Hi, my name is Renee Rizzo. Today, I will be showing you a teacher-facing video, which will guide you through my adaptation of Earth Science Unit 6, Day 11 in the New York City Department of Education Teach Hub, adapted for students in alternate assessment settings. In this video, I will be using Nearpod and demonstrating various features it offers to make lessons more accessible and engaging. I will also show you 3 differentiated levels of assessment for this lesson, which I created using Google Forms. So here is a preview of the lesson in Nearpod. Earth Science Heat Transfer Through Matter. Focus question: how does heat move through matter? Objective: observe and describe the different ways heat moves through matter. Next generation learning standard addressed: integrate and evaluate multiple sources of information presented in diverse formats and media in order to address a question or solve a problem. The NISA DLM essential element addressed is to analyze information presented in different media on related topics to answer questions or solve problems. Objectives: observe the different ways that heat can be transferred through matter. Compare and contrast different examples of heat transfer and relate the 3 different types of heat transfer to other real life examples. Vocabulary: convection, the circular movement that happens when a warmer liquid or gas rises while the cooler air drops down. As I usually do, I incorporated an image to support the vocabulary. This image was taken directly from the Teach Hub lesson um, of the same subject matter. Vocabulary continued. Conduction: when heat goes from one object to another object by touching it directly. This picture is also taken directly from the lesson. Radiation: the transfer of heat energy through waves or fast moving particles. The image is also taken from the original lesson. So this video is taken from the lesson. It's a video about convection versus conventional ovens explained. I like this video to be used for our students in alternate assessment settings because what we focus on a lot with our students is functional skills. I know at least in my school, and I know of a few other schools where there's a bake shop where students practice vocational skills. So that makes this particular science lesson a little bit more accessible for our students than maybe some other subject matter in science might be. So after the video, I take these fill in the blank questions straight from the video. The problem with blank ovens is that the top rack always gets hotter than the bottom and food cooks unevenly, and it would be conventional that the student would drag there. And convectional ovens use a fan to spread the heat more evenly throughout the food and cooks it more evenly. So students not only learn a science concept, but they learn a functional skill that could help them in their daily lives. So there's also a message board feature that I decided to use in Nearpod on this lesson. What would you use a convection oven for? So you could assess whether students really understood the topic because the video does go into how convectional ovens are better for certain items than they are for others. Like they might be good for cookies, but they would not be appropriate for souffles or things like that. So this is a way for students to use their imaginations, and it's also a way for you to assess whether they really understood what they watched or whether they did not. There's another video that was included in the original lesson, which I kept: conduction, convection, and radiation. And as you could see, you can embed YouTube videos right into Nearpod seamlessly. And after the video, I go over the concepts that we learned. I took a screenshot directly from the video to enhance student comprehension. Convection is related to density, conduction is related to contact, and radiation is related to waves. I then created a quiz right in Nearpod. So I use the images that we originally used in the vocabulary. What kind of heat transfer do you think is happening in this picture? And it's convection. What kind of heat transfer do you think is happening in this picture? And it's conduction. And what kind of heat transfer do you think is happening in this picture? And it's radiation. So this is another chance for review and to check for understanding because students did already directly learn this earlier in the lesson. And then I have the option to match each type of heat with the um, type with another word that it's related to. You could also choose to use pictures, um, but words were in the video. And if your students can engage with words, that would be appropriate as well. So that was me matching it. And now I will show you the 3 different levels of assessment I created in Google Forms. Let me start with level 1. So heat transfer through matter level 1. Which picture shows convection? Which picture shows conduction? And which picture shows radiation? There's multiple choice images for student support to support student comprehension. And then heat transfer through matter level 2. What is convection related to? And it's density, contact, or waves. Convection, you learn in the video, is related to density. What is conduction related to? Density, contact, or waves. You learn in the video that it's related to contact. And what is radiation related to? Density, contact, or waves. And you learn in the video that it's related to waves. And finally, for level 3, which would be our most challenging level, what is conduction? And students answer it open-ended. What is convection? Students answer open-ended. What is radiation? And what would you use a convection oven to make and why? So this is how you really assess if students got the main concept. So just for a review, we went over a Nearpod presentation created based on an earth science lesson in the Teach Hub, but adapted for students in alternate assessment settings. And we went over 3 potential differentiated levels of assessment created in Google Forms. Thank you for watching.